Welcome to the Slop Farm. Enjoy the video.
You start by ensuring prerequisites are in place: Visual Studio Code, Java 11, and Salesforce CLI. Once installed, open a terminal and run SFDX version to confirm the CLI works. Next, authenticate with SFDX Auth, web, login, and connect to your Dev Hub or Sandbox. This establishes a secure token for deployments. Make sure Java Home points to the JDK folder, because the CLI and extensions depend on Java. After that, install the Salesforce extensions pack inside VS Code to enable metadata commands and code completion. Once done with auth, create a Salesforce DX project in VS Code using SFDX Force, Project, Create, and My Project. This generates the correct folder layout. Then authorize the target org and set it as default. SFDX Force, auth, web, login a my alias and SFDX Force config set default username equals my alias. This avoids manual org flags later. Make sure to open the project folder in VS Code, enable the recommended Salesforce extension pack, and let the language server index for Apex and Lightning components before editing. To finish, deploy or push source with SFDX Force source, push or SFDX Force source, deploy. Use the VS Code commands palette for convenience. Run Apex tests via SFDX Force, Apex, test, run and inspect the test runner panel for failures. This validates code and prevents broken deployments. If something goes wrong, check that your org is authorized, Java Home is accurate, and the Salesforce extension logs show no language server errors. Clearing the extension cache or restarting VS Code often resolves stale state issues.
Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if we helped you today.